everybody, and welcome to Break Time Conversations, a YouTube channel where I have conversations around education. I have been a teacher almost all of my life, and education fascinates me. Along my journey, I have met so many interesting and inspiring people, and so I decided to document my conversations with them here so that everyone can hear their stories and the amazing work that they do. I'm here today with Toral Shah. She's founder at Drishya. She calls herself a new age educator, and she's also principal at Domnics High School. And this is in Hyderabad, Toral?
Yes.
Oh, okay, awesome. So, Toral, thank you so much for being here, and I'm looking forward to our conversation. So, I'd like to start by asking you to tell us about your journey, because you were mentioning that you made a shift from one profession to another. So, I'd like everyone to hear about this wonderful journey of yours.
Yeah, thanks, Anupa, for giving me the opportunity to have a break time conversation with you. So it's lovely to be here. So I come from the busy city of Mumbai after finishing my MCom and MBA, like how all the students look for jobs. I was seeking for a job as well and got placed easily in a broking firm. So worked in the investment banking relationship management side for about 6 years. And there I definitely decided for myself that maybe, though it's been 6 years, but I don't belong there anymore. Maybe my passion is something else. So I got married and then had children. And that's when you realize, that by having children, you get totally involved with them. So I got involved with them, and when my first child was born, I was very fascinated by the way he was learning. Just the concept of not reading and writing, but how certain small things has an impact on the child. So that drew me closer to know about how learning happens, firstly with him and generally with all other children, basically with how humans learn. So I did a lot of honorary work in the Montessori school that he was in. And thereafter, I was lucky to work with underprivileged children. I got an opportunity to work with them where I did a lot of experiments with them in terms of storytelling, theater, and music. And after working on that front, I thought I should get deeper into it. So I took up a lot of teaching courses myself, though I'm not at all in this background, but as experience is the best teacher, I went deeper into it. Luckily, I again got an opportunity to work in a big school where I joined as a creative head in Domnics High School. And now I'm heading the academics, and also I'm the principal of the same. So it's been a wonderful, overwhelming journey where it's been a completely self-learning journey and self-discovery where every day it has been something new for me to learn. And as I speak with all the teachers and all the students, because I teach as well, it's very enlightening to know that there is so much out there as every day passes, So, and that has made me realize that there is something that can be journaled and shared with the teachers as well. So what we do in school, in the school, is 3 R's, which is review, reflect, and record. And this is done especially with middle school and high school children, where all of them, at the end of the day, we wrap up the day by doing our gratitude, and also by doing the 3 R's, that is review, reflect, and record. So by doing this, what we are doing is, along with the students, the teachers do the same. So what went well for you? That is being for the review is done first, and then we reflect upon it. What didn't go well today? Why do you think it didn't go well? And then we record it by writing it, and we also express it by way of having group discussions. So what we are getting at by doing this, it has worked so beautifully, is that children are getting to know, first of all, that there is something called journaling. What is the importance of journaling? And we are helping them discover themselves. So as we say that what brings meaning to your life, or what brings purpose to one's life. So we are all here to seek purpose in our life. It's only when we get a chance to articulate or document something, that's when we realize, oh, my inclinations are these are my propensities, these are my preferences, my likes, dislikes. So for me, education is not just, pandemic has taught us a lot, right? And we are all thinking about and talking about 21st century skills and social emotional learning and things like that, right? So it's not just the academics, but if we see overall, we are talking about two things. One is empowering the students, and not just empowering the students, but empowering the teachers as well. And once the power is given to them by completely agency kind of a mode, we are making them understand what is the meaning that is attached with this power. So power meaning could be divided into hard power and soft power, where hard power, we are mainly talking about the regular assessments, curriculums, timetables, and things like that. That's how a school is shaped. Whereas a soft power can mean what are the values of the school, and what are the values that we are asking the children to imbibe from the school. What is the culture of the school? What are the mindsets? What is the attitude? So coming from there and making it a very child-centric approach to the entire curriculum, we at the same time are focusing a lot on the softer aspects, and helping the child realize that you exist for a purpose, and you are existing to give back something to the society. So what is it that? So we have tried this. This is our first academic year, and it's quite. There are so many ideas that keep coming in from the teachers as well, because nothing goes from the management. Just an idea is given to them. The teachers have to brainstorm in their group discussions and come up with their ideas. And they love to do it because they meet on a week-to-week basis, where they do their RRRs amongst each other. And then they come up with some of the brilliant ideas, though they sound very mundane, but we are starting on it. So one that we did was journaling. We have started, and we allot about 10 to 15 minutes on this, and that's more or less the last period of the day. And then also talk about the some activities that we conducted, like Kindness Week, bringing about care and empathy, all to do with what they have done in school. Because a child can easily say, I was kind at home, but that doesn't count. Something that you have done in school amongst your peers and in front of the teacher, a kind act, things like that. So these are some of the things that we are focusing on. So if you go to say empowering the teachers and the learners, and also giving the purpose for your life. Lovely. So these are the
yeah, beautiful. Sorry if I interrupted, but I just wanted to say that's really lovely, all that you're doing at school. So, wow, that was really a lot of information. And I usually have a little notepad to write things down so that I can ask you a question. I forgot to bring my notepad today. But I just wanted to say, lovely journey. And I agree with you as a mother, there is so much that we learn along the way with our children. And I'm so glad. I mean, you seem to be doing so much. And I'm so glad that you did take up the profession of teaching and getting into the education sector, because it seems like you're doing an amazing job. So a few things that I just wanted to point out. You were talking about journaling, about thinking about gratitude, like what you're grateful for, and reflecting and being kind, and those kind of things. So I just wanted to ask, do you think that these are traits that we need to teach our children in this 21st century? I love the fact that you have spoken so little about academics, and you're just focusing more on the character development and things like that. So would you say that these are some of the traits that we need to teach our children today?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, these are some of the things that children learn in the environment. The environment is the best teacher. Teachers are not supposed to be teaching. Like in our school, we have just come up with something called as teachers are not teachers, but everybody in the school is a teacher. And with that kind of a mindset, if the teacher comes to the classroom having a mindset that today I have come to the class to learn from the students, to listen to the students, because that is what is very important. We are not in the lecture mode. Gone are the days where the lecturing was happening, right? So we are moving more from the lecture mode to having an open-ended conversation, having open, candid conversation where children are freely expressing their opinions, ideas, voicing their thoughts and feelings without any prejudices or biases. So that kind of environment is created. And when the teacher feels that, I am here to learn in this class, I'm here to have open answers, no answer is right or wrong, I'm here to listen to every child, that's when the child gets to learn that it's fine to be whatever I have to say. So it's fine, I can openly express whatever I want. I mean, there's nobody to judge me here. And that's again where the child learns that I should reflect and I should speak my mind and heart out.
Yeah.
And that's again where he discovers himself.
Yeah.
Because where that restriction comes in, then he will not openly discuss, oh, maybe the teacher reacted like this, I should not talk about it. Maybe my class, my peers reacted this way because I gave an answer like this. Maybe I should not do it the next time. So the whole system is teaching the students about all these characteristics and traits that you just asked me. So it's not just that the teacher teaches, it's the environment and the system. So the system that has been created in the school is such that it molds the child that way.
Very, very interesting. So one more question I had was the teachers that you recruit, do they need to go through a lot of preparation to be able to, do this role? Because most teachers, all they can think of is just, the textbook and finishing portions and preparing the students for an exam. So the kind of this wonderful journey that you want them to go through with the children, do you have to prepare them a lot, or how do you prepare them?
Yes, they have to undergo a lot of preparation and training, and I have a lot of one-to-ones with teacher every day with all different teachers, because Domnics has 4 branches. So there are like about 48, 49 teachers. So I have a one-to-one with the teachers where they are asked upon what are they going to do in the class. So the class, the period is more about asking questions. If you're starting a new lesson, it starts off by the teacher asking questions rather than giving a lecture. And by asking questions, the teacher comes to know, number one, how much the children remember and how much they know, how much they understand. And then she moves on further to get to the main topic of the lesson. And that is already done when the teacher asks some of the volunteers in the class to come prepared. So those volunteers come prepared for the class and they give the explanation from the angle that they have comprehended.
Beautiful.
And so the teacher takes a back seat. She literally sits on the back seat of the class and she's just watching them. She's an observer. So they are not called teachers. They are called mentors, facilitators, or guides.
Okay.
They are guiding the students to learn better, to ask interesting questions. So there is a session every day in the 40-minute class. There is a 10-minute session, especially in science and social studies, and even in maths, where children are supposed to ask questions.
Okay.
They have to ask, and it's not doubt related. It's more to do with why kind of questions.
Oh,
so why this?
Very nice.
You know,
I know we often don't let children ask questions. So it's so lovely that here they're actually being asked to ask questions. Beautiful.
Yeah. So that's how a teacher prepares, and she has to ask children to volunteer for the next class. So that's how the children come prepared, and they are called the class owners of the class. Because here we are teaching ownership and responsibility, and all that. Then confidence, public speaking, all that is a byproduct of it.
Yeah. That's lovely, Toral. So as we come to the end of our conversation, you've shared such beautiful things with us. What's your next plan going forward? I mean, you already have done so much. Anything?
No. We have a long way to go.
So what's the next step?
We want to, though we start the day with Joy for 10, which is a 10 minutes activity to do with some fun games, and start the day with positivity and mindfulness. I would like to concentrate more on that and bring in more of yoga and meditation, where children spend a lot of time on the fitness part of it, and also being mindful. So mindful does not mean only meditation. Mindful can also mean how do you do mindful reading, or how do you do mindful writing. So there are many activities related to that. And I would like to, we have decided that we want children to understand what brings meaning to their life. So things about that, expressing, every child able to self-express himself the way he wants, whether it's drawing or writing or in any way. So that is one of the things. And also get more into inquiry-based learning, get more into that, focus the curriculum more on inquiry-based learning, where teachers are just asking guided questions and children have to really think hard to come up with the answer.
Lovely. Yeah. I mean, I so apt for the world that we're living in today, when everything is so fast paced, and I don't know, there seems to be no purpose. We've just forgotten to relax, take a step back and look at everything. Toral, thank you so much. You've shared such wonderful things with us, and I want to wish you all the best as you do more and more, and would love to find out more about all that you're doing. So thank you once again for sharing your thoughts, and hope to chat with you again soon.
Thanks, Anuba, for the opportunity.
Bye, Toral.
Bye.